Dark morning, Hodja Biker here. Good morning. Well, I'm inviting you here to witness Ludwig's 2000th mile, which is not bad given I've only had him for about 3 months. We've been through quite a lot together. If you're new to the channel, we've had a new TFT screen, we've had radiator hose leaks. They're the two downers. Oh, the despair, it's a KTM. But we've also had 2,000 miles of pure joy and fun, and I'm hoping there'll be many more because I absolutely love this bike. It's really got under my skin. So I was just wondering then, what is it about riding motorcycles? I mean, I know many people have tried to explain it, and basically it's just totally irrational and unexplainable. I've got a perfectly good car at home. I could be coming around this corner in my car in the full knowledge that if another car comes, it's not going to knock me off. Or should I say, knock me over. But here I am, riding along this green lane. Well, green-sided lane, in the open air, watching the clouds coming in, waiting for the odometer to go from 1,980 miles that it's on at the moment to precisely 2,000 miles. So I'm going to ride for 20 miles. Don't worry, you won't have to listen to all of it. You may not listen to any of this because I'm not even sure I'll put it out. For those who've asked, there is no more water leak. The hose tightening appears to have cured it. So for now, I'm declaring that closed. There has been no more moisture in the LCD, TFT, whatever you want to call it, since I had the new one on. So I'm declaring that closed. The only issue I have at the moment is a slightly annoying squeaking front brake. Just have to give it a clean, see if that works. If not, maybe some high temperature grease on the back of the pads. It's annoying because it's probably only one brake pad that's doing it, but there's so many in there that difficult to know which one it would be. It may yet clear. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about that. So as I count down to Ludwig's 2000th mile, I'm kind of wondering why it is that I do this thing at all. Why do I do this? I don't need to do this. And yet, if I don't go out at least every other day, the joy of Ludwig is calling me, and it gets louder and louder until, like today, I find an excuse to go out. Today's excuse, perhaps I ought to go and get some fuel. It didn't need any fuel. I suppose there's been a lot of problems and reviews and of equipment and testing things out. So today I just wanted to talk about how this bike makes me feel. It makes me feel so happy. I know that I can take him off-road within reason. Oh, the fun we have. You enjoy that, Ludwig? Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow. I'll take the top box and everything off because it's a bit heavy for you, isn't it? Oh, you don't care? Alright.
I suppose that look in
and we're off again.
is telling me you want me.
No joking apart, if I was coming down here on the Africa Twin, I would feel a little bit intimidated, but I have to say on Ludwig, very well balanced, very well mannered, and in off-road and rally mode you get a nice bit of spin at the back for a laugh. Yeah, no problem.
road is old and lame.
5,000 revs, 6 gears,
So
17-ish miles an hour.
even on the sunniest day when the worms in my
Apart from the wind,
heart
can't do anything about the weather. I barely feel like I'm moving. I know that I can take him down the motorway, well beyond the speed limits. I know that filled him up with fuel, I could ride possibly 300 miles on the motorway without refueling again, so he's got long range. The seat is getting more comfortable, I think, as it softens up a bit with use. Maybe my backside's getting used to it. So all in all, it's such a great riding position, very comfortable, at my height anyway. It's just a pleasure to have this kind of a machine. Yeah, I mean here, 30 miles an hour, so I'm riding at 30 miles an hour, third gear, trundling along. Feels very slow, but you know, Ludwig's got a lot of life in him, even at a slow speed. You can flick him around for a bit of enjoyment. Then when we see the national speed limit sign, which is there, look, third gear, open him up, still in third gear, and we're cruising along. Quick shift up into fourth, lean round the corner, beautiful. So yeah, you could do that on many motorcycles, and if you love motorcycles, then you know. But he just gives me a little bit of extra je ne sais quoi, the je ne sais quoi of the time you meet your motorcycle, whatever it is. This is my motorcycle. We are one. Leaning him around corners, fantastic. Bit of trail brake into this corner, round the corner with a brake, great. Lean angle, traction control and ABS, whatever. Bear in mind, he's an adventure bike. You can do that too. I can load him up with a load of gear. He's a bike for all seasons, which is great because we often get 4 seasons in a day in England. Let's see where we're at. 1,985 miles. Interesting use of the van. $15 miles to go. That's not Porsche. Nice to see. Yeah, so of course, as I've just shown there, if you ride any motorcycle, you've got to keep your wits about you because car drivers not only don't see you, they really don't give a shit. Pardon my language. Lots of car drivers could not care less about motorcycles. They think we shouldn't be on the road. Let's face it, most of them think other cars shouldn't be on the road. But you can flip that around and turn it into a challenge so that when you are riding around, you concentrate very carefully, and there's some satisfaction in dealing with these idiots when they do pull out in front of you. It's only when you do hit a car and you get it slightly injured, I was only slightly injured, so it was all shaken up, that you realise that it is real and it does hurt. But it didn't put me off. got to be wondering, having been through such a thing, as most people who ride bikes have, why do they continue to do it? Then again, I used to smoke 40 cigarettes a day. I used to smoke. I don't do that anymore. I think I may have solved the conundrum of what it is. It's basically, you can go to Scotland in a car, or Croatia, or Russia, Bolivia, and have an adventure. But generally speaking, when I get in my car to go riding around where I am today, it's just something to be gotten over with. Whereas when I do it on my motorcycle, daft as it sounds, every ride is an adventure. Having a slow adventure. Very scenic down here, look. Pallets and trucks. So, by the River Mersey, on a slow adventure day. Pause for contemplation. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 windmills there. Not one of them is moving. It's that kind of day. Part of me is tempted to put this out as a very downbeat, dour, very English vlog, just to see how many thumbs down I can get. But probably not a good idea. Some out fella codgering around moaning. I'm having an adventure. Seeing how many cars can pull out in front of me while we count down to 2,000 miles. Well, I am cogitating and meandering. It does make me laugh sometimes, the enthusiasm everyone has to put into their vlogs to come across even as neutral now. You've got to be super this and super that and super the other. Stoked. Super stoked. Nice postman, wave me through. You got to reach out to people. You got to go ahead and do things. You can't just do something. You got to go ahead and do it. So I think I'll go ahead and put this pointless vlog out anyway. Nothing else. It shows people I'm still around. There's something to think about though. This morning, I think probably 3 or 4 occasions, if I'd been speeding, I probably would have hit a car that was pulling out, or if I wasn't aware of them. So it is a great thing. But I suppose, like many great things, I packed up smoking many years ago. That was great while it lasted, but obviously there's no future in it. I don't drink very often. I haven't given up drinking, but I just don't drink very often, apart from if I go out somewhere socially. So I just don't go out. I guess that's why. Motorcycling is my alcohol and my nicotine and all the other things I've had in my life which we can't talk about. You classically get asked when you get the bike out, oh, midlife crisis. It's not a midlife crisis. I've been in crisis my entire existence. This is the exact opposite. This is the antithesis to a midlife crisis. Midlife crisis is sitting at home, in the words of T.S. Eliot, wondering whether you dare to eat a peach. So I've always considered was meant to be an allusion to uncontrollable bowel movements. Well, I don't have those. What motorcycling does do is it's good for your mind. It keeps you awake, or it should do, he says, turn his indicator off. Keeps you aware of the environment, keeps you relatively fit, and that you manhandle the bike around, or woman handle the bike around, or person handle the bike around. And you get little shots of adrenaline. Oh, will we get round this corner? Oh, we have. Will we get round the next one? What will be there? Oh, we're round it. Fly tipping. $1,995 miles. Well, I've sent you to sleep before I get to 2,000. Your eyelids are falling. That's just street mode. Every now and then I like to put it into rally mode. That's the beauty of Ludwig, there's so many different versions of him. Maybe that says a lot about me. I think any interesting person will have many sides to their personality, and that's probably why I love Ludwig. Set, ride mode. Rally, close throttle, turn right. You're now in rally mode on the slip of 5, which is my off-road mode really. Oh yeah, that's livening it up. I'm just going to put the slip back to 9 for the road. There we go. Oh no, I've gone the wrong way. Slip back to 9. I mean, basically it's a fueling trick because it just really sharpens the throttle response up, so it just dumps fuel in faster, I suppose, but it is exciting. And the slip on the traction control is very good. I got it in 9, which is the road mode and road tyres. It just gives you full power immediately, I think. The sort of thing you'd want if you were doing 100 miles an hour in the Dakar Rally. Not that you do that on the S or even the R, but you know, it's just another part of his personality. It is very good. $1,996. Yeah, when you're in rally mode and you're riding around at this sort of speed, it's not really ideal. You need to be a lot more careful with the throttle. The only time I've ever stalled this bike on road was in rally mode. You just have to be a bit more careful with the clutch. Yeah, so I suppose really motorcycling is brilliant anyway, but it's particularly brilliant on this bike. and I think I've nailed why it is. It's because he has, I guess, a very wide range of personality. We use the term multiple personality in a negative way, but he's just got a very wide range of personalities that you can deploy. So I'm in a 30 here, I'm in rally mode, and he's straining to go. Rally mode 9, he doesn't really want to go at 30 miles an hour. It reminds me of the Duke in this mode. And here's where we come to the national speed limit sign, so as soon as we get through that we can open up. And with a quick shift he just goes. Very good engine braking as well really in this mode. I'm not even touching the brakes, I'm just using the engine braking, because we are now at 1,998 miles. So we're getting there very quickly. Really sounds good as well in rally mode. Any second now he's going to go from 1999 to 2000. Probably won't be able to capture that on the camera. Oh, there we go, 2,000 miles. Oh look, 2,000 miles. 2,000 miles of pure joy. And that, my viewers, is why I ride motorcycles. And for his vast range of personalities, that's the reason why I ride Ludwig KTM 790 Adventure S. The only bike for me. Codger Biker is out. And please, 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 let me get